watching The Love Chat with David Hart, happening now, live. The Love Chat with David Hart. Hello! Good evening everyone and welcome sa The Love Chat with David Hart. And tonight because we are broadcasting live from Toronto, Canada. And batiin natin muna na magandang morning yung mga kaibigan natin sa Philippines. Hello sa inyong lahat dyan. I hope magandang inyong gising. At habang kayo ay nagbe-breakfast, you are watching us. And syempre ngayong araw na to mga kaibigan, we have a very special episode para sa inyong lahat. Kung noong mga nakaraang panahon ay mga videos yung inyo napapanood yan, syempre nag-guest natin sila John Marie Dumalasa, Alvin Romero, ang ating kaibigan din si Jeff Toledo. Maganda yung ating mga napag-usapan way back. And this time around, ibang klase naman ang hilig ng ating mga kaibigan. Ito especially yung ating special guest at ang aking co-host na rin ay mahihilig sa mga pictures, di ba? Ako lang yata ang walang talent pagdating sa mga pictures na yan. Pero siyempre, gusto ko rin matuto ngayon dahil ang ating pag-uusapan ay landscape photography mga kaibigan. At hindi lang yan, meron din tayong weddings and yung portrait photography din. Kaya join us, huwag kayong mawawala. We have a lot of stuff in store for you. So right now, I am joined by my good friend, mga kaibigan. Kasama ko to sa Radio Shopsville way back. Huwag na nating alamin kung kailan ha. Okay, si John Derrickson. Kumusta?
Alright. Good evening, Canada, and magandang umaga, Pilipinas. Hello, David.
Ayan. Hello sa iyo, friend.
Yeah. I'll answer the question, what year we met. It was the 90s.
Talagang sinabi mo. Oo nga. And we had a great time nung mga panahon na yon. Siyempre, mga bata pa tayo, we were just enjoying, di ba? And, mga diehard radio addicts.
Oh, yeah.
Kumbaga. So, what's going on around you na dyan sa Philippines? I heard, yun nga, yung napag-usapan rin namin ni Brian yun yung nakaraan. Na in effect na daw yung MGCQ. So, I hope you guys are staying safe pa rin, di ba?
Yes. Well, from MGCQ, we are now under GCQ. So, after all of the... One of these days we'll have all the letters of the alphabet, but right now we're down to 3 letters instead of 4 the last time you and Brian spoke.
Parang parang confusing din minsan. Kasi papalit-palit ng mga letters.
Well, it's just crazy here. But the good news and the bad news is things are slowly going back to normal, and the noise and the pollution is definitely back. Yeah.
Well, siyempre, yun nga. Siyempre, kailangan ding lumabas ng mga iba, siyempre, para magtrabaho, di ba?
Oh,
pero
definitely.
yun nga, yung mga naiiwan sa bahay ngayon, good news kasi we have this show. And John, di ba? Ikaw, ano ka rin, mahilig ka rin sa photography and yeah, I've seen your shots and amazing shots. And ito nga, dahil, kumbaga, punta ka lang sa likod ng bahay mo, especially sa, sa Vancouver. Lumabas ka lang ng konti sa bahay mo, marami ka nang mapupuntahan na mga places na pwede ka mag-shoot niyan. Landscape, di ba? May mga lake, di ba? Konting drive lang, makakapunta ka na sa iba't ibang lugar. Kaya,
I've seen Canada, brother. I've seen Canada on National Geographic.
Oo. Pero alam mo,
beautiful.
pagka magkakaroon ka ng chance makapunta, talagang may enjoy mo. Kumbaga, there are going to be no words na sasabihin mo sarili mo na madidescribe mo, di ba? Kaya, pagka nagpunta, magkita tayo ha? One of these days, bro.
David, if I'm gonna go there, I will be absolutely speechless talaga kung ikaw magsusponsor ng ticket ko.
Yan. Patay tayo dyan. Ayan, pinalakpakan ka na.
I can't wait.
Yeah, of course. Ayun, so, speaking of yun nga, yung mga magagandang sceneries dito, Siyempre, yung landscape photography. So, we have our very special guest. Introduce na natin, John. Ang ating kasama ngayon ay ito. He is a respiratory therapy tech din. Diba? Aside from being a portrait and wedding photographer ng Soulmate Production dito sa Vancouver, Canada, he is also passionate about landscape photography. Kaya mga kaibigan, palakpakan po natin si Mr. William Orsua. Ayan, Will!
Well,
How are you?
Mabuti, bro. How are you? How's
Ayan,
things?
maganda dyan ngayon sa Vancouver. Maliwanag pa, ha?
Oh, it's 7:30 pero maliwanag pa. And look at my background. I'm
Oo nga.
outdoors.
I love your background, man.
yeah, David wasn't kidding when he said that if you go to the backyard of any
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
it's beautiful. No?
Literally,
Backyard na lang.
bro. Actually, itong sa bahay ko, nalakad pa ako mga maybe 100 meters na pa-creek na ako. Sobrang ganda.
Oo. Maganda yung idea mo na sa labas mag-broadcast, ano? Para
Oo,
maganda na rin yung hangin, yung nalalanghap mo dyan.
Oo,
Diba?
tsaka,
So, alam mo, William, we are so excited, no? Dahil syempre may mga kaibigan tayo na malalaman din kung paano yung mga technique mo, yung workflow mo. Hindi lang sa landscape photography at saka sa weddings, di ba? Marami kang i-share dyan sa atin, sa mga viewers natin. So, eto, simulan muna natin, no? Nung inintroduce kita, di ba, you're into weddings as well and landscape na nga. So, can you tell us more about yourself? Kung ano mga pinagagawa mo pa na, yun nga, dahil nga passionate ka sa photography.
Yes. I work full-time sa hospital in the respiratory therapy department. And I'm a father. I have 3 kids. So imagine mo how busy my life is. I have a 14, 9, and 7 years old. And I own a small production called Soulmate Productions. I do weddings and portraits. But I'm an avid landscape photographer. So kumbaga, ang pag-photography sa akin, nag-umpisa sa landscape. So, my roots are in landscape. So, kung mapapansin nyo, even on my wedding shots and portraits, I incorporate kinda a lot of landscapes in it.
Ayun. So, ano ba to? Nagkaroon ka ba ng formal training?
Actually, hindi ako nagkaroon ng formal training, bro. Pero, actually, I got into photography parang by accident lang din kasi. Although, how I wish na matagal na akong I got into photography kasi I used to live in Australia for 5 years. Tapos nag-asawa ako, umuwi ng Pinas. Tapos nag-Saudi ako for 2 years. But I wasn't into photography yet then. And then, working in the ICU sa hospital sa Saudi, I was hired to work here sa Canada. And then, I used to live sa Prince George, which is the northern capital ng BC. Malamig doon, bro. Hindi ka pa siguro nakapasyal doon, no? Sobrang lamig pa. Put ng mga negative 30, negative 20. I think the coldest I've experienced there, mga 38 negative,
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, after my contract, after 2 years, I moved to Vancouver. And then I was hired at VGH. And then, bago ako umalis ng Prince George, I had to sell my car. So, yung bumili ng kotse ko, kulang ng $500, bro. So, ang nangyari, sabi niya, can I pay you with what I'm short of sa camera na to? Sabi ko, I'm not really into photography, plus I'm moving, I need the money. Sabi ko, let me think about it. Bukas, sagutin kita. And then, pumunta ako sa electronic shop, tinignan ko yung camera ang binibenta niya. Sabi, nagulat ako, $2,000. Kasama yung lens. Sabi ko, payag na ako doon, 2,000.
Jackpot ka.
Oo. And then little did I know, bro, that I will fall in love with photography. So when I moved to Vancouver, I played with the camera, took pictures of my kids, and then I joined the group. Yun nga yung samahan ng litrato ng Pinoy sa BC. And then I met a lot of mga photographer, going photo walks. And then I got into landscape and I just fell in love with photography.
Nice.
I wasn't trained pero non-stop yung shooting ko. I was tawag nito. Talagang consistent kumbaga. Pero the way I've learned in photography, sabi ko kasi I have family, hindi pwedeng puro labas at gastos, di ba? Sa photography kasi bili ng gift. Ang gagalit na yung misis ko, papalayasin na ako.
endless buying of equipment, di ba?
Oo, kasi the more you learn, parang dumadami yung mga kailangan mo eh. Kasi parang shit, hindi pala enough tong gear ko na to to achieve this kind of shots and so on. So I said I had to earn. So then, parang bumili din ako matuto. What I did, I produced workshop dito sa Vancouver. So sabi ko, I was kind of smart eh. I played it smart. Sabi ko, I'm gonna produce workshop. Parang mamamarket ko yung name ko. Matututo ako, kikita ako kahit konti, libre pa yung education ko. And then, and so on and so forth. Ganon.
Ayun, sabi ni in terms of yung gear, may comment tayo dito from Oliver Reyes. Si kasama natin dati sa radio, si Monsur Bitero ito eh. Sabi niya, is my Nokia 6630 enough for photography daw? Ano mo sasabi mo? Yung kung ano yung mga gamit mo sa bahay halimbawa, kahit medyo luma na or whatever equipment you have. Ano masasabi mo dyan, William?
I think kung ano yung meron siya, i-maximize niya muna. Kasi, taga-saan ba si Oliver sa Pilipinas?
Oh, sa Philippines siya.
Oh.
Ano rin to? Photo enthusiast din to. Nakikita ko yung mga photos niya. Oo.
Oh, I see. Oh, I think to start with, okay naman yon kasi ang importante muna is not to dwell so much in the gears but learn how to the relationship of photography and parang lahat ng mga settings, mga ganyan, get to know the settings and explore and study a lot, practice a lot. And pag medyo komportable ka na at gusto mo nang medyo i-upscale yung skill mo and your shot, I think medyo kailangan niya mag-upgrade kasi hindi ako masyadong familiar sa Nikon, no? Pero parang medyo siguro na yung camera ni Oliver. Medyo...
Ano yan? Nokia. Sabi niya, Nokia 6630. So it's like a cell phone, right?
Oh, I see. Ako mukhang maganda nga yun, bro. Pinabot ko yata yun,
Oo nga. Mga panahon pa natin dati, mga 5110 pa nga eh. Yung, wala pang camera yun. Yung...
Saka pwede niya pa-modify yun, bro.
Oo nga. Hindi, maganda. Maganda yung tone ni Oliver eh. So, you were saying, William, na parang magkaroon ka muna parang ng relationship, siguro.
Yeah. And then, kasi, marami kasing photographer na parang, ang tawag doon, impulsive lang, di ba? Uso ngayon to, masarap mag-photography, then bili agad ng gear ng mga high-tech. Tapos, hindi naman pala para sa'yo. Kasi, parang yun eh, parang kailangan may magic eh, parang relationship din yan eh, parang kailangan gusto mo talaga
parang nagkiklik kayo.
Oo, nagkiklik kayo, hindi mo pwedeng ipilit kung hindi mo naman gusto. Otherwise, lang, magiging pansamantala lang. You're gonna do it, parang pag nag-gym ka, di ba, gusto mong mag-gym pero hindi ka naman pala desidido dahil uso lang gym ka. Selfie ka sa gym, ayos na.
So, in other words then, kailangan pursigido ka. And yun nga, yung passionate ka, di ba? You're dedicated sa craft na yan. Ayun, so...
Yun yung main key siguro. Oo.
Yun ang main key, So yan, ini-encourage natin lahat po ng mga viewers natin, if you have questions for William. At syempre, kung may question kayo kay John, please send them sa sa comment section para masagot natin yan, and eventually ipapakita rin natin yung ilan sa mga ginagawa ni William. Pero eto muna, magpakita tayo ng isang picture, ito yung landscape na photography nga na kinuha mo nun. Can you tell us more about this photo, William?
This is what they call it, medyo extreme tong mga lugar na to na pinupuntahan namin. This is in Nordegg, Alberta. It's called Abraham Lake. So yung nakikita nyo na yan, it's a frozen lake. Yung ground na yan na may parang bilog-bilog. Sa Pilipinas siguro, a lot of people are not familiar kung ano yung mga puti-puti na yan. Ano yan, frozen methane bubbles. Parang mga dead organism releasing methane. Dahil sa lamig, nagpo-froze sila. Pero itong lugar na to, sikat siya because of this place. Dito lang may pinakamaraming ice bubbles. Tapos
saan ang location ito in particular?
This is in Nordeg, Alberta. Malapit sa Canadian Rockies, bro.
Ah, okay. Nice.
Mhm. Yeah. So, pero ano tayo, it's a lot of planning to come here. Kasi may certain month lang during winter na prominent yung mga ice bubbles. After noon, hindi na maganda sila. So, hindi na maganda i-photograph.
Hindi ba delikado yan? Halimbawa, mapatapa ka dyan sa mga bubbles na yan?
Medyo delikado kaya kailangan prepared ka. Kailangan bago kayo tumapak, test mo muna kung talagang frozen na talaga yung ice na. Pero pag frozen na to, kahit nasasakyan dumaan dito, hindi siya babagsak. Kahit na tumakbo ka dyan, tumalong ka. Pero you have to wait na parang fully frozen na siya. Otherwise, pagka bumagsak ka dyan, sobrang lamig niyan, hypothermia. Marik. Tsaka hindi pwedeng bare shoes lang dito. Kailangan meron ang tinatawag nilang crampons, parang spike.
Oo. Pakita natin yung ha. Meron akong nakitang yung suot mo eh. Pakita natin ha.
Oo. Sige.
Ito, yung nasa gitna.
Yeah, ito. Nasa gitna.
Yeah.
Mapapansin mo dyan yung sapatos ko, may spike sa ilalim para bawat umaapak ka, kumakagat yung paa mo kasi sobrang madulas niyan eh. Parang perfect example, pag inopen nyo yung freezer sa rep, di ba ang dulas ng yelo? Ganong kadulas yun.
So kailangan para ma-achieve mo rin yung mga ganyang bagay, you have to, syempre, ito nga, yung endless buying of gear na naman. Diba? Yan, mauuwi na naman tayo dyan. Syempre, yung safety first lagi ang iisipin natin, di ba? So for you to be able to do that sometimes, you have to shell out a little bit of, na pera para doon dahil syempre hindi biro ang bumili ng mga gear na ganyan.
Well, David, I have a question for William. Now, when you took that shot, William, did you wait for a specific kind of time, as they call the golden hour? And how many shots did it take for you to, see that moment? And oh my goodness, maybe after 3 or 5 shots.
Yeah.
Did it take you a while before you got that shot?
Kasi sa pagla-landscape, kumbaga may workflow na rin kami dyan, may proseso. You do your research before ka. And nag-shoot kami only during the golden hour na sabi mo ngayon. We only shoot during sunrise and sunset. Kasi yun yung pinakamagandang kulay ng sky pagka yung sunrise and sunset. So, we usually go there 30 minutes, at least 45 minutes before sunrise or sunset. So you find your location, you find your spot, you anticipate, you find your composition, and then doon ka na, hintay ka. Ayun. Pero before you even go there, kasi pag-aaralan mo na yung weather ngayong araw na to, cloudy ba, sunny ba, may windstorm ba, and so on. So kailangan, talagang a lot of planning and perfect timing din talaga.
Kailangan yung masipag ka dyan, no?
Tsaka yung suot namin dito, yun nga, kailangan mo rin mag-invest kasi nga, winter to, sobrang lamig. Usually, minimum mga negative 10 degrees to. Last January, I was just there and it was probably the coldest one na experience. Umabot kami negative 40, bro.
Wow.
Yan. So,
yeah.
naka-experience ka na ba nung, what are the challenges nga? Yung halimbawa, talagang, let's say, you planned the shot already, right?
Yeah.
And then, biglang may nangyari. Normally, ano yung mga challenges na kakaharapin mo sa mga ganong situation?
Isa na doon, madaling mag-lowbat yung mga battery sa sobrang lamig, bro. So, you have extra battery. And then, mabasagan ng filter, it's very common na sa mga attendees, sa mga umattend ng workshops namin, mga tours. Sa kami rin, pag bumagsak kasi dahil sobrang brittle na siya, di ba? Tsaka yung kamay mo very sensitive kasi nga ang lamig masyado. So, yun yung lamig. Tapos, aside from that, pag yung camera mo nag-froze, wala ka na magagawa. Balik ka sa sakyan, papa-warm up mo muna. So, kailangan mo rin pagandaan yun. Minsan nilalagyan namin ng warmer yung camera namin, bro.
So, do you have like a special tripod as well?
Yes, bro.
Kailangan heavy duty ba ito? So, paano yon?
Ang kailangan dito heavy duty kasi pagka hindi heavy duty yung camera mo, sa sobrang lamig, hindi mo na magagalaw yung camera mo eh. Kailangan yung mga camera na can stand extreme weathers, lalo na extreme cold. Kasi pag nag-froze yung tripod legs mo, hindi mo na siya mabubuksan. Tapos, ang foreground namin sa ice bubble, sobrang baba. So, kailangan yung tripod mo can really go low. Parang sobrang baba, parang nasa sahig na talaga yung tripod mo.
Bago sasayaw ka, low, low, low. Yan, ganun. Well, nako, ayan mga kaibigan, yan pa lang, umpisa pa lang po ng ating show. Marami na tayong natututunan. And right now, I will show another photo na kinuha ni William. Let's do this right now. Ito naman, Will.
Oh, actually, this is almost at the same location as that. Ibang ano lang to, para mga, siguro, this is para mga 10 kilometers away from the other shots that I took. Yung una natin pinakita. Ito naman, this is very special because you have the lenticular clouds. So nakikita mo yung clouds na parang sumasayaw na gano'n. Na parang gano'n. Tawag natin dyan lenticular clouds. Mahirap kasi matsyempohan yan. So yan yung mga God-given na ng nature sa atin na by chances lang talaga na minsan, saswertehin ka, lalabas yung mga ganyang kakaiba. Kasi very rare. So same as here, at saka yung ice bubbles dito sobrang laki kung titignan nyo. So ang challenge dito is makagawa ka ng composition na mga talagang kakaiba. Yung mga composition na that will set your shots apart from anyone na pupunta lang dun. So yeah, same challenges, sobrang lamig, madulas. Pero alam mo, pag nag-shoot ka, tapos nandun na yung moment, wala kang, makakalimutan mo lahat kahit sobrang lamig. Nakakalimutan mo yung sobrang lamig, wala ka nang pakialam kung naninigas na yung kamay mo, tenga mo. Sa sobrang lamig dito, bro, pag pinitik mo yung tenga mo, baka pwedeng matanggal eh.
Huwag mong gawin yan. Mahirap yan,
dito,
Pag,
excuse me for the word. Pag umihi ka dito, yung pagbagsak nung liquid, yellow na, bro, ganong kalamig. So kunwari uminom ka, bro, ihindran yung natuluan mo yung camera mo o yung lens mo, wala na, hindi mo na matatanggal yun kasi magpo-pro siya. So,
di ba nga, may nakita ko sa YouTube yung mainit na tubig, ang ginawa niya, hinagis niya. Pag land niya, yellow na.
Oo, pag hinagis mong gano'n, parang magiging slow. Parang slow na gano'n.
Maganda yan.
Powder. Oo.
Uy, meron tayong question dito kay Oliver. Sabi niya, for William daw, sabi niya, you stacked how many filters daw for the shot? Sige, pag-usapan natin, ano pa ba yung mga ginagamit mo or nilalagay mo dun sa lens mo to achieve those shots? Sige.
Yeah.
Maganda yung question niya ngayon. Sige.
Una-una nilalagay sa filter, sa camera, sa lens ko is yung CPL ko para to lessen the reflection, to enhance the colors. Tapos, most of my shots are long exposure. So, I use an ND filter, neutral density filter, para i-cut off yung light para long exposure siya. So, para makuha mo yung movement ng clouds, magkaroon ka ng streaking clouds, so dramatic. So, kung sabihin nila, paano nakuha yun? Wala namang ganong clouds kanina, di ba? Parang ganon. Pero katulad doon, that maybe may mga 1 minute or 30-second exposure. That's why yung lenticular cloud, it went on a shade. Tapos, another most important filter that we use is called an ND grad. So, katulad din yun na ND, pero graduated. So, kumbaga, yung sa sky, siya, yun lang yung may graduation, yung kumbaga madilim. Kasi usually yung foreground mo tsaka yung background, which is the sky, yung sky maliwanag na di ba? Pag nag-expose ka sa foreground, pag wala kang ND grad, yung sky mo is blown out na, wala ng detail, overexposed. So most of our shots, bro, they are taken technically and straight from the camera. So it's not achieved through Photoshop. Kasi nowadays, you can put ND grad using Photoshop. Pero you won't achieve the same thing as yung natural mong kinunan. So as much
Hindi-
as possible, parang gusto namin makuha ng tama sa camera mismo.
Galing
Yun.
pala, no? Yung ND grad, no? Hindi mo na siya magagamit kasi tapos na siya. Graduate na
Oo,
eh.
so bro, kahit pumunta ka doon, tapos makita mo yung lugar na yun, hindi mo makikita yung mga ganong klase. Yung formation ng ice bubbles, makikita mo, yung skies and all that, hindi mo ma-achieve kasi kailangan may technique. Kumbaga yung skill na kasama doon paggamit ng mga ND, ganyan.
Oo. So halimbawa, I'm just starting out and I want to achieve those shots na mga ginagawa mo. Wala akong mga ND grad na yan, mga filters. Can I still achieve yung mga ganong shots? Pag walang filters.
You can still achieve it. Hindi ka lang makakagawa ng sobrang long exposure kasi kumbaga may limitation yung camera. So kahit bilhin mo pa yung pinakamahal na camera, kung hindi mo alam yung skill para gawin yon, hindi mo pa rin siya ma-achieve. Pero there's nothing impossible. Pwede ka rin mag-layering kung tinatawag nila. You get 3 exposure, isang madilim, isang hindi, normal lang, sa isang maliwan. Tapos i-blend mo na lang.
So in other words, you can do that without the equipment, but you can do it in post.
Yeah, in post. Won't be as perfect. Hindi kasi perfect noong pag may ND grad ka kasi hindi mo makuha yung long exposure eh. Kumbaga, ikakat mo lang yung light para pwede mo silang i-blend para hindi overexpose yung sky.
So you believe na na mas maganda makuha na in-camera setting?
Yeah, maganda makuha mo yung camera. Pero yung sa mga baguhan kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng nasa yun na lahat agad, di ba? Kahit ako, it took time para maipon ko yung mga gamit ko, dahan-dahan lang. And then, yon hanggang sa ma-achieve mo na yun.
Nice.
Advice ko din is pag umpisa na sila magkaroon ng magandang pictures, they can sell their photos, by print, para makatulong na makabili sila ng gamit.
Ayun, so follow-up question dun from Oliver pa rin. Sabi niya, ang golden hour daw sa Philippines ay only lasts for about 20 minutes or less. So ilan daw ba sa Canada?
20 seconds.
Is it 20 seconds?
I'm kidding.
20 minutes or less. Ayan, so ilan daw ba sa Canada? He's curious about it.
Dito sa atin, matagal, bro. That's the good thing about us. You get so much time to take your shot. If you didn't get it right, you can pre-plan it. Kasi matagal sunset, sunrise dito. Siguro mga 30 minutes, ganyan, 45 minutes, gano'n. Tagal. Sa Pinas, last year, I went home, nag-shoot kami sa Mayon. Yung upod ng araw ko, medyo parang tapos sunset, tapos na agad. Parang gano'n. So, kailangan mag-adapt ka, kaya kailangan pag-aaralan mo yung mga pupuntahan mo. Kailangan, kung katulad sa Pilipinas, kailangan mas maaga ka nandun. Kailangan i-anticipate mo na yung shot mo para pag sunset, click ka na lang, ready ka na, composition, equipment-wise, and so on.
Yun talagang careful planning, ika nga.
Oo, planning talaga.
So was there a time na nafu-frustrate ka halimbawa na talaga nag-prepare ka, Parang what could go wrong? I prepared already, right?
Yeah. Ang mga nangyayari sa experience ko is bad weather kasi no matter how you planned it, pagka hindi ka pinagbigyan ng Mother Nature, wala. Minsan overcast, biglang maging snow, biglang ulan, although ang forecast maganda, wala kang magagawa. Pero you have to respect yung nature, and that remains the challenge of being a landscape photographer. So that's why when we go on a tour, yung bawat isinushoot namin lugar, you don't just put one day. Usually mga 3 araw, ganyan, sa isang spot para kung hindi kami nagkaroon ng magandang sunrise or sunset, may chance pa kami the next day.
Ito, sabi ni Rod Francisco, kung may ND grad, yung palm tree top kasama sa sky, magko-color din yung palm tree ba daw?
Alam mo yung mga nagko-color cast, may mga rin yan tawag nito. May mga brand na yung mga medyo mumurahin, lagi may color cast. So pag kaya na nila, they have to go for yung mga brands na walang color casting. Kasi pag nag-stack up ka ng 2 filter, usually may kakaroon ng mga color cast. Lalo na pag ultra long exposure. So, yun, isa rin yun. You have to be careful with that. Tapos pag may mga punong ganon, minsan iniikot ko na rin yung filters na hindi masyadong tamaan yung puno. Yeah. Or you can do...
I don't know if it's a legit question, ano, yung mga pagkukuha nyo na ganyan, during winter lang ba kayo nagpupunta?
Hindi. Summer, maganda rin. Actually, every season is good. Pero, bawat season, iba-iba yung looks, di ba? Sa aming mga landscape, lalo ako, ang paborito ko is winter. So, we go to Norway, ganyan. Canadian Rockies, Alberta, mga ganyan. Basta usually yung mga epic places, Iceland. So I'm supposed to go to Iceland in August pero canceled because of COVID. Mga ganun. Kasi gustong-gusto ko yung mga ice formations eh. Tsaka yung mga kakaibang look na nakikita mo during winter. At saka yung challenge na karamihan ng tao tamad lumabas pag winter kasi sobrang lamig, di ba?
Oh.
Pero kami, lumalabas kami ng 4 a.m. just to catch the sunrise, di ba? Sabi nga nila, landscape photography is not for the lazy. So kung tamad ka, hindi ka masipag gumising maaga, hindi mo kakayanin yung landscape. Talaga.
For a guy who's never been out of the country, I've been to another country once only in my entire life, and that was this last year. I went to Singapore for the first time. So once again, speaking of not going anywhere around the world aside from inside Asia, does the sun really look different in different places?
Come again, bro.
Does the sunlight, does the color of the sun look different in different places?
Yeah, bro. Tawag nito. Magnificently, may mga pagkakaiba. Katulad ng pagpunta ng Africa, di ba? Yung sun, yung color doon parang parang may filter ng sun, yung sun nila ron. Kasi because parang may gloom, parang ganon. Parang kahit natitigan mo yung araw, pwede mong titigan, hindi ka masisilaw. Pero also, you have to study kung nasaan part yung araw pag sunset dito sa lugar na to. Winter, iba yung sunset nasa kabilang, yung araw nasa kabilang side. Kasi kami, sa mga kinukunan namin, usually mountains, di ba? We like the mountains with water, formations, and all that. Importante sa amin, kaya gusto namin sa sunrise, sa mga winter places, yung tinatawag nilang Alpen Glow, wala sa Pilipinas yun eh. Yung pag nag-sunset, magre-reflect yung araw sa kabilang side, yung tuktok ng bundok, magiging parang golden. Yun yung inaabangan namin sa sunset sa winter. Nakakaiba. Unfortunately, hindi mo makukunan yun sa Pilipinas kasi hindi malamig, walang mga ice formation, mga ganon, and so on. Kaya people travel. Actually, I co-guide for a company called Wide Horizon, and marami kaming attendees from the Philippines na they take their vacation, they attend our tour para to go to these places. Ang kagandahan pag umattend ka ng tour, siguradong may makukuha ka magandang shot kasi lahat guided eh. Kung saan pupunta, kumbaga magbabayad ka lang, saka bibili ka lang ng ticket mo. The rest, i-guide ka na nila.
Sabi ni Oliver, John, magmadali na daw puntang Canada. Magkakaroon ng second chances, marami daw yan. And ito, sabi ni Rod Francisco ulit, ang sun dito sa Canada ay nasa side lang daw palagi. So, anong ibig niya sabihin doon, William?
Well, ang gagawin mo, you have to adapt kung nasan yung araw. Kasi may, ang kagustuhan namin, pag yung araw nag-deep down na sa bundok, may technique kami doon para mag-starburst siya. Kung makikita mo yung shots namin, pag na-obstruct kasi ng konti yung araw, tapos mataas ang aperture mo, makikita mo yung mga starburst niya, which is kind of special. Kasi pag ordinaryo ka lang, paano naging ganun yung araw? Naging tusok-tusok, di ba? Parang ganun.
Kaya kung halimbawa wala kang idea dito, talaga ma-amaze ka eh.
Yeah.
On how you guys got that shot.
marami talagang technicalities, and the more you get into photography, the more you learn, the more it gets exciting, the more it gets challenging. Kaya ang sarap eh. Parang ano rin yan eh. Parang amazing, ang tawag nila yung mga amazing race, parang ganyan, di ba?
So aside from yung you got the shot using the in-camera settings, do you still edit? Let's say add a little bit of color or color grade a little bit. So what's the process like when it comes to editing?
Imagine kasi pagka yung photo mo galing sa camera, parang nagbe-bake ka dyan eh. Paglabas nung shot mo, parang half-baked pa lang yan. Parang lulutuin mo pa, kumbaga. Pero sa amin, sa style ko, sa type of photography na ginagawa ko, I don't cheat eh. Parang hindi ako nagdadagdag ng elements, mga ganyan. Hindi rin ako mahilig sa tawag nila yun, yung double shot, yung kunwari, kukuha ko ng puno rito at sa isang wala, tapos i-stack ko, parang ganon. Sa akin, shot, ang ginagawa ko lang, I enhance it. So, I fix the color, sharpen it a bit, parang ganon. Tanggal yung mga glare, mga specs, parang ganyan. Parang ini-enhance mo lang siya. Parang ganon. Pero kung may walang element doon, hindi mo na pwedeng dagdagan at saka bawasan. Pwede mo lang siyang i-enhance. Parang ganon.
Yeah. So, di ba, halimbawa, tapos ka nang kumuha ng shot, and then nakita mo sa LCD ng camera mo. So, ano yung nafe-feel mo talaga? When, alam mo ba na parang, this is the shot. I got it.
Yeah, bro. Parang ang batang, nabigyan ng regalo ni Santa Claus or nakuha mo yung pinaka-ati mo. Kaya napasagot mo yung girlfriend mo. Parang ganun, bro. Ibang klase yung pakiramdam kahit na, sabi nga ng misis ko, ba't excited ka sa sunset? Bukas may sunset naman ulit, ha?
Oo nga naman.
Parang may sunset, parang kasira ulo, sabi sa akin, misis ko, parang gano'n, diba? Pero hindi eh. Every sunset, sunrise is unique. And dahil sa tinatagal-tagal namin mag-landscape, pag nakita namin yung sky, parang alam na namin kung kukulay siya o hindi eh. Yung characteristic ng clouds eh. Parang gano'n. So
kumbaga, worth it ang pagod, bro.
Oo, sobrang worth it, bro. Saka, and vice versa din, may mga times, let's say Norway, lalo na yung malalayong lugar, biglang may storm. Kasi syempre, planned na yun eh. Kunwari, nakabook ka na aalis next month, tapos next month pala may storm, wala kang magagawa. Alam naman i-cancel mo na lahat ng binayaran mo, di ba? So, talagang ganun sa landscape, may risk talaga. So you just hope for the best, you prepare and hope for the best.
Yun,
Yeah.
Maganda yun. John, maganda yung pinag-uusapan natin with William. Kaya if you just opened your Facebook pages at saka yung YouTube ninyo, mga kaibigan, definitely join us. And if you have questions for William, please do so para masagot din niya. And ito, bati muna tayo, ha? Before anything else, yung mga kaibigan natin na nagsasay hi and kumakaway-kaway sa ating Facebook, si Raul Mendoza, thank you for tuning in, my friend. And pati na rin kila Ate France, ang ating suki na laging sumusubaybay. And sino ba? Si Roel Famini, sumali din sa ating watch party yan. Si Maria Paz. And to Mother, hello to you. And to Sir Martin Carlo. Pati na rin kay Richie Pacle. At yung kanyang family dyan sa may Calgary. Ayan, maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Or, William, meron ka ba mga greetings dyan bago ang lahat?
Greet ko lang yung mga mentors ko tsaka mga kachokaran ko sa landscape, sa mga laging kasama si Edwin Martinez. Isa sa Philippines premier landscape photographer. He's a Canon ambassador. At saka si Doc Noel Casahe. Yan yung mga partners ko sa pagla-landscape. We travel around the world para to do landscape. My wife and my kids, siyempre, kailangan may full support ka kay Mrs. Bro, pag wala, kahit anong galing mo, wala lahat yun, bro, tiklop.
Siyempre, happy wife, happy life, di ba?
So, preparation din yun, bro. So, you have to build your point towards your
Yeah.
trip.
Oo nga.
Mag-ayos ka din.
Kailangan, ganito muna. Alam mo naman, hilig ko to, di ba? You need your wife's support or your spouse's support. Uy, speaking kanina, yung mga mentors mo, ano? So, sila ba yung mga inspiration mo din? Kumbaga, syempre, marami ding mga kaibigan tayo na mahilig sa landscape, photography. Syempre, you share talent or you share craft with each other. So, yeah, can you tell us more about yung mga mentors mo or yung inspirations mo dyan?
Pag-i-start ka sa photography, napaka-importante ng mga inspirations eh. Kasi doon ka parang may excite na, uy, ang ganda ng mga kuha niya, gusto ko makakuha rin ng mga ganong shot. Parang you use them as your drive para ma-inspire ka, gumaling ka. Hindi yung mentality na ang galing naman nun, nakakainis, kailangan magkaroon din ako nun. Pero you use their success para ma-inspire ka, para pagbutihin mo, di ba? And as you go along, you become friends with them, or you meet people that can inspire you, that can teach you. Kaya ako, ganun din, pag may konting may alam na rin akong konti, sinishare ko din. Pero ang mga mentors ko, yan nga, number one, si Edwin. Kasi siya I produce his workshop here in Vancouver. And from there on, every year may workshop kami together once a year, every January or Feb dito sa Vancouver. Tapos si Doc Noel. Tapos I look at other artists there, then yung work nila. Kasi parang continuous growth, parang continuing education din yan. Parang you can never be complacent. Parang gusto mo laging ma-improve, bagong challenges, parang ganyan, di ba? Ayan.
So, paano yung let's say, nakuha mo na yung photo, halimbawa, last year, nakapunta ka, nakuha mo na yung epic shot. And then, pupunta ka na naman next year. So, anong noon? Parang, how would you explain that? Na parang same spot, or maybe a different spot? So, sige.
Parang, syempre, parang may na tayo, no? Sobrang passionate natin sa landscape. So you always look forward for your next tour, kahit na the same place. I guarantee you that next time you come there, iba na naman yung scenario doon, iba na naman yung formation, iba naman yung ilaw.
Ayun.
Ang hindi lang mababago doon yung bundok. Pero the rest will be different. So you challenge yourself again to get a better shot. And since nagpo-photo tours kami, so we wanna set examples about creating new shots, and every year parang it's a new chance for a better shot, parang ganun, or a unique shot. It will never be the same again, parang ganun. Saka parang na yun eh, kasi ako, I have full-time work, I have kids. At least once a year I go on a tour. It's my parang escape for my real world, parang, although parang medyo trabaho pa din siya, pero parang yun yung parang it keeps me sane, parang ganon. Parang yun yung parang vitamins ko, parang. And I also, when I'm in the landscape, I come early, I sit and just watch the scene and just reflect. Parang reflect on my life, on how am I doing, and mga ganon.
Yeah.
Parang nag-yoga ka, di ba? Parang mental, lang. Parang, I think all of us need that sometimes, to just stop from everything that we do. Kasi sobrang busy ng lifestyle natin, lalo dito sa abroad, di ba? Parang hindi nga enough yung 24 hours. Pero sometimes, you need that break that you just wanna sit and just do nothing and just reflect on yourself. Parang
So
ganun.
speaking of di ba creative outlet yan, yung sinasabi mo? With what's going on around us, syempre hindi makalabas. So, syempre minsan you're itching, di ba? To go outside, to take that epic shot. So, anong ginagawa mo para to keep you sane na din?
Ako kasi bro, sobra akong active na tao. Yung utak ko parang laging may ginagawa, parang laging may iniisip. So, ako kasi never ko inisip kahit anong situation na hindrance sa akin yun. Kasi pag inisip ko, may COVID, wala na akong magagawa. Wala ka nang gagawin kasi inisip mo na agad na hindi pwede. Pero you can get creative, you can do a lot of things. Actually, itong COVID-19 pandemic natin, it opened up a lot of new parang opportunities para sa akin as a photographer. I got into different kind of shoots, kind of commercial, documentary kind of shots. And this year, I've sold a lot of my prints because wala akong ganong wedding, canceled, postponed mga wedding and portraits. So I said to myself, paano kaya? Ang dami ko magandang photos sa computer lang pag Facebook lang. Minarket ko, bro. At the same time, I did a little charity that 25% of my proceeds, mga nabenta ko, magdo-donate ako sa mga COVID na charities. Actually, I'm planning to, i-share yun. Kasi dito sa Canada, marami ng blessing, marami ng bigay yung gobyerno. Because, I'm still thinking kung paano ko i-share sa Pilipinas yung konting blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna give back, di ba? So, mga blessings na nakukuha. Yan. That's
Pero
really nice.
yung going back to the question, parang lagi ka lang, lagi mo lang i-challenge yung sarili mo. Lagi ka lang optimistic, parang ganon. And I'm pretty sure something good will happen, parang ganon.
So, John, any more questions for William?
Well,
Mel?
my question is, when you started out, William, it was straight into digital photography, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried film?
Yeah, bro. I challenged myself once. I said to myself, lalo sa wedding, di ba? Ang swerte mo, you can get your shot, you can see it right away. Sabi ko, digital na ako nag-start. Ano kayang pakiramdam ng film, di ba? So I tried it, bro. I went out, I did a few portraits with film. And bumili akong camera talaga na film. Bumili pa nga ako ng na medium format eh. Pero it wasn't for me, bro. I just more of parang curiosity lang. So I just tried it kasi magastos siya eh. Bibili ka ng film, tapos papadevelop mo. Wala naman ako sariling dark room. So sabi ko, why? I have all the digital and this is my generation now. It's just nice to see the how they do it nung pagsiset ng settings mo. Pero alam ko na rin naman eh kasi you have to use a light meter. Kasi with digital, may metering na yung camera natin. So with film, you measure the light and its relationship with aperture and so on and so forth. And then, bago mo kunin yung shot mo.
So it's parang you're saying din na it's easier pag digital. Kasi parang may output ka agad, di ba? You see it right away.
Imagine mo bro, kung film tayo, wedding tayo, titipirin mo yung 24 rolls mo. So hindi ka pwede.
Yeah, oo.
Imagine
kawawa yung client.
Imagine may wedding natin, 6,000 images, and then you usually between two photographers, you'll end up with between 4,000 to 6,000 images.
Nice,
Imagine mo during film days, paano mo gagawin yun, bro?
Oo nga. So ito, magpapakita pa tayo ng mga ibang mga photos, kasi it's really nice. I'm really amazed dun sa work mo, So ito pa, meron pa. Ito naman, saan naman kuha to?
Oo, that's pinaka-popular sa natin yan dito sa Canada, sa Alberta, sa Canadian Rockies. This is the, what do you call this? Lake Louise, bro. Have you been there?
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize na Lake Louise yan. Kasi covered ng snow,
Oo, tuwing winter, ganyan, di ba? And then the great thing about Lake Louise, kasi harap to ng Fairmont Hotel, di ba? So they make an ice rink, a typical Canadian way on how to play hockey. Di ba? Inaano nila, mayroon silang machine parang paplaten nila yan, gagawa ng ice rink. And yung mga bata or guest nila, nag-hockey dyan. Kasi hockey sport natin, di ba?
Yeah.
Tapos kung makikita mo yung ilaw na yun, bro, yung parang pumula, yun yung Alpenglow. Yun yung hinihintay natin. So imagine mo, kung wala yun, parang medyo dull yung photo, may something kulang, di ba?
Parang dry.
Parang may patch lighting doon na golden, di ba?
So bago ka dumating dyan, bro, may skating rink na yan. Yan, ganyan.
Yeah, bro. Meron na yan. During winter, pag frozen na yung lake. Kasi lake yan, bro. Yung kung saan nandyan yung mga yelo na yan. Frozen lake din yan. Yan.
Mga anong oras yan?
Eto, yata to, bro. Siguro mga sunset to, bro eh. So may mga ano na siguro to. Mga sunrise siguro mga 9, bro. Mga 9 a.m.
Ang galing, ano?
Oo, yeah.
Then, biruin mo, you get to travel with your family.
Mhm.
At the same time, nakuha mo pa yung shot mo. So, win-win.
Yeah. Pero bro, when I do my landscapes, I don't travel with my family.
Okay.
Oo, iba yung family vacations ko kasi hindi ako makaka-concentrate pagka family vacation.
Oo.
You're always thinking about your kids, your wife, at saka parang unfair din. Pero pag family, nakaka-sneak out din ako ng few shots. Pero yun talagang professionally na yung parang ginagawa namin, may parang kasing system yun, di ba? You set up your tripod, you wait, you plan. Hindi mo magagawa yun kasi naisip mo yung pamilya mo, di ba?
Sinabi mo.
Hiwala yun.
Parang katulad sa akin, pag video din, ano, minsan may nakita kang lugar, mag-stop ka for a while to get the shot. Eh, syempre nakakahiya din sa kasama mo, di ba? Naghihintay sa'yo. Syempre, you are there to enjoy yung scenery, pero ikaw, magbi-video ka. Kaya talaga nga, I feel you.
Parang unfair sa pamilya natin kasi hindi mo maalis sa isip mo yung ganda na yun kahit kasama mo sila, parang nanghihinayang ka doon sa opportunity nung nakita mo na yun, eh, no? Pero kaya hiwalay, bro.
So yun, yung gawa mo, ano, syempre fulfilling yan, di ba? Once you get that epic shot. So, masasabi mo ba na, kumbaga, yung aside from the feeling na yung, satisfied ka. Parang gano'n. So, ano pa yung mga nakukuha mo doon na, how would you describe it ba? Yung parang feeling, ano pa ba mga feeling na, aside from being happy, satisfied?
Yeah, bro, parang feeling ko kasi pag photographer, sa pagpo-photography, parang kang may magic, bro. You can freeze time. You can make things look beautiful na hindi nakikita nung normal na tao, di ba? We can be there at the same time, pero pag nakita nyo, paano nangyari yan? Paano nakuha yung ganon, di ba? Parang yung fulfillment na ganon. At saka, tuwing every after tour, parang parang newborn, bro. Parang reborn ako pagbalik ko, eh. Kasi I get inspired. I get to think a lot of creative things. Parang pag nabe-burnout ka na, parang I need that break. I need to go out, parang ganun.
So ito naman. Okay, sige, go ahead.
So even it hindi yung for sale, for pang sarili lang, talagang iba yung pakiramdam na fulfill mo yung gusto mong makunan, parang ganun.
Nice. So, ito naman. So, ito, di ba nakuha mo na yung mga shots na yan. Pero, how do you separate yourself from others in terms of yung creativity? Kasi, in concept, pareho din na yung preparation, eh. Di ba? Let's say, you have someone with you na passionate din. Pupunta doon, gising ng maaga, set up the cameras and everything. So, yun nga. Paano mo masaseparate yung sarili mo?
That's why you keep coming back at saka nagpe-prep ka, pinag-aaralan mo. Because you wanna get something unique, something epic. And you look at other shots of people na nanggaling doon and you think of paano ka magagawa ng kakaiba na hindi pa nakita ng iba. Pero as a photographer, you have to build your style, eh. Parang pag nakita ko yung trabaho ni Bernie, Hipo siyang shot na yan o yung video na yan, parang ganun. So, parang meron na akong parang sarili kong parang workflow and style. Yun. Pero in terms of landscape, parang as I said, there will never be exactly the same photo kahit na same spot yan. Kahit tabi tayo, your shot will be different. So I just create something epic, something nice, and something that's me. Parang ganun. Na alam ko na hindi ko kinopya, kinunan ko, and I'm happy. And I do it for myself, bro. I don't do it to parang talunin, magpakitang kita o ganyan. Pero of course, you wanna get an epic shot, right? Pero, parang when I go there, I have the solemn, parang mentality na, parang, I just wanna create something great, something artistic that is me. Taking away yung mga, ibang aspects, no? Parang lang. Basta makakreate ka lang something na na masaya ka, yun na importante doon, di ba?
Yeah, yung parang you're creating your own brand. Ika nga.
Oo, parang gano'n. Yeah.
Ayun, so sabi daw ni Oliver, ang ganda daw ng gawa mo, William, and maganda daw yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. Yan, kaya marami kang na-inspire. Ayan. And ito pala, shout out din kay Jo Marie, sabi niya, at sa kanyang family. Hello daw. And if you guys have more greetings, sige, feel free to greet them. And yeah, we're just having fun here. Dito nga sa The Love of Photography with our good friend, William. Ayan. Yan. Any more greetings dyan? John?
Oh yeah, like to greet my familia, of course, to my brother, my sister, and my sister-in-law. Once again, I'd like to say hello to my brother Mitch, to Verna May, my sister-in-law Wella. Congratulations, by the way, to my brother and my sister-in-law for their fourth child. His name is JM, and of course to their eldest Keisha, their second child Carmela, and their third kid JC, Juan Carlos. The world's smallest living tornado inside the house. We love that kid.
Yan. Thank you for watching, guys. Ha?
Yeah.
William, meron ba?
Oh, greet ka na yung family ko sa Pinas. My mom, my siblings, you know. Lahat kasi yung pamilya ko nasa Pinas eh. Ako lang nandito. So, hello and kamusta kayo dyan? Hopefully, safe kayong lahat. Ayun lang.
Speaking of family, sila rin ba talaga yung motivation mo? Or meron pang ibang
Of course, ang motivation ko kasi wala na yung dad ko. So, at saka hindi ko na-imagine na makaka-travel ako. Yung mga nakikita mo lang sa postcard. Kasi sabi sa Pinas, ang hirap maka-travel, di ba? Di ba? So, I just want to make them proud. Parang ganon. Last year, I went home. I was invited to speak, to be the guest speaker sa school ko kung saan ako nag-graduate sa Emilio Aguinaldo College. So, and then I did my very first exhibit sa Emilio Aguinaldo of my art sa Pilipinas. So, parang that's the first time na parang I appreciated myself. Kasi parang pag artist ka, parang laging hindi enough yung trabaho mo eh. Parang hindi ka satisfied, hindi pa maganda, hindi ka pa magaling, dahil parang you always wanna do better, right? Pero parang taas makikita mo yung mga tao na they were inspired by your work and the little things that you've achieved. Parang sabi mo sa sarili mo, uy, meron na rin pala akong kahit pa paanong nagagawa. Parang ganun, di ba?
Yan. Ayan, meron pa tayo ipapakita dito na isang gawa mo. Ito, I'm fascinated with this image in particular kasi gusto ko yung parang not that one right now. Ito. Yan. Ayan, yung parang
yeah.
How would you describe that?
Oh, ito, parang to eh, parang mga nangyayari. Kung ko to, parang everything is in motion. Parang yung tide, di ba? Parang masyado malakas, maraming current, tapos sa sky naman, dramatic. Parang you can relate this to everything that's happening right now, di ba? With racism and so on. Tapos on top of that, kung COVID natin, parang ganon. Pero out of that, parang we should use it para ma-inspire to create something great. So out of this, parang, it can still be beautiful, right? So this was shot dito lang to sa Vancouver. It's about in West Van, mga 45 minutes drive. But you have to hike mga 15 minutes and you see this lighthouse yung parang nasa dulo.
Kumbaga,
tapos,
hindi ka nalalayo.
Oo, pero dito katulad niyan, laging pinupuntahan niya ng mga photographers, ng mga tourists, pero I wanna create something unique and different, di ba? Na para sa akin, yung na-achieve ko na siya na yun, medyo naiiba siya kasi yung motion ng tubig, tapos parang yung sky nag-correlate dun sa foreground ko. Although hindi ganong kumula yung sunrise, pero epic pa rin, di ba?
So minsan iba-ibang lugar lang pero yung workflow mo parang they're all the same din. May mga konting adjustments lang din
kasi parang dapat sabi nga nila, there's no bad light, only bad photographers. So, kung pangit yung ilaw, huwag ka ma-discourage. Try to create something kasi nandun ka na eh. Tapos, you just use the skills that you learn through time, yung composition, using the elements of, for example, kung hindi long exposure yan, hindi mo makikita yung wave painting kung tawagin namin, di ba? So, tapos pag-alam mo yung sky, saan ba, yung hangin, saan ba papunta, and so on and so forth. Parang ganon, you try and just create something, out of what you have.
Yeah. Ito yung yung question ko is, itong passion mo na to sa landscape nga, paano mo naisip na you have to turn this into yung parang business na in a way, di ba? Kasi nga, you print some photos.
Yeah.
Na yung may mga gusto.
Actually, sa landscape, hindi to yung main, kumbaga passion ko lang talaga yung landscape eh. Mikita talaga ako sa photography through weddings and portraits and events. Pero, I still go back to landscape all the time. Right?
Yeah.
So, pero, during this COVID, naalala ko yung na katulad na sabi mo, how can I make something out of it, right? So, ayun. So, naisip ko, magbenta kaya ako ng print and dami ko na na-stock na photos, di ba, sa hard drive ko. So, ang problema kasi, parang pag photographer ka, iniisip mo, parang hindi pa ina. Pero yung normal na taong mga tumitingin, katulad ng, for example, yung mga asawa natin, yung mga normal na kaibigan natin na hindi into photography, pag nakita nila yung picture natin, parang, wow, ang ganda niyan. Pero pag tinignan ng iba, parang hindi ka pa satisfied, parang gano'n.
Yeah.
So, I said, parang I also want to help during this COVID. So, sabi ko, para kumita ako at makatulong pa at the same time. Nagbenta ako ng print. So,
nice.
At saka natutunan ko rin during this COVID, it's really about marketing. So, if you just wait for your photo to get sold, walang mangyayari, post mo lang, or buy this print. You have to market it. You have to tell them, look, check out my photo. Maybe you like it for your room and this and that. And then eventually, mabibenta.
Yeah, so speaking of yung passion mo sa landscape. So, ito meron tayong mga ibang shots naman sa weddings. In particular, I like this one kasi gusto ko yung dramatic lighting. So, can you tell us more about this photo?
Ito sa Whistler to. So, actually, yung shoot namin na to, parang halos di na matutuloy kasi cloudy. Tapos uulan talaga, parang 80% rain. Sabi ko, you know what? We prepared for it. Nandiyan na tayo. You set a day off for it. Let's just have fun. And I'll make the most of what we have. So nakita ko yung cloud, dramatic. Ginamit ako isang ilaw. So exposed ako sa tawag nito. Sa landscape, sa cloud, sa light. And then I expose them. And then I create motion sa dress. Binato ng ganun. May assistant ako. And then I just capture that light from behind. Kasi parang may peaking light doon sa clouds ng konti.
So talagang nagsiset up ka rin talaga ng mga lights para talaga ma-achieve mo yung mga ganyang shots. Kasi syempre nga naman, pag madilim, dark, pag walang ilaw, di ba?
Ako naman, I've learned lighting and I use a lot of natural light. I only use light when I need to. Pero kung kaya ko na, kunwari, maganda naman lighting, katulad ngayon, diffuse, I won't use light. Hindi ako full-time strobist. I only use it when I need to. Parang
nice.
ganun.
Oy, sabi ni yung kasama nating DJ din, si Francis, sabi niya, yung pinakita natin photo mo, I love that, sabi niya. And slow shutter speed daw ba yun? Di ba?
Hindi.
Yung kanina yata.
Yung huling shot. Hindi siya slow shutter kasi pag sa tao, hindi ka masyado makakapag-slow shutter kasi magbe-blur yung tao. So, mabilis lang yon siguro, siguro mga 1:, maybe 100 of a second yon. Hindi siya ganong, di mabagal at all. Kasi yung dress, Otherwise, hindi mo na makukuha yung details ng dress eh. Yeah.
And konting movement lang ng tao, di ba? Magkakaroon ng
Hindi sila nag-move
blurriness.
nun eh. Kumbaga, tinuruan mo na ng post, yung dress, pinahagis ko lang sa assistant. So,
Nice.
drop it like that. Yeah. Pero ano yun, siguro mga 20 shots before you get your epic one. Kasi you gotta get the right emotion, hindi lang yung tamang exposure, parang gano'n.
Ayan, ako mga kaibigan, we are having fun. Magandang discussion ito, especially if you are just starting out, sa photography. So, John, siyempre ikaw, tanongin kita John ngayon ha, ikaw enthusiast ka rin, di ba? So, saan mo naman yung inspiration mo when it comes sa mga, yun nga, pagkuha ng mga pictures na to?
You know what? It's just lately I returned to photography. I think that was last year, roughly around March or April, and it was the first camera I bought in like 10 years. The very first camera I bought was 2008 Bud, which is digital, and the very first camera I bought was way back 1990, right after graduating from grade 6. So at the time, syempre, wala kang alam sa photography. You just taking shots and you like people. Kasi I'm a people guy, and that's why landscape photography boggles me. Yun ang totoo, and it amazes me when I see those landscape shots. Kasi as William said, it takes a lot of time to prepare, and it takes a lot of research. And if you're in that situation na biglang may blizzard, may ice storm, or the sun just suddenly gets blotted out from the sky, that's it. I mean, how do you do it now? But you got to make the most of your time that you have with that moment, and make the best out of it. For me, in portraiture or when I take shots of people, more often than not, it's by chance. And it's not just one shot. As William said, it took a lot of shots for you to grab that specific emotion with that couple. It's not just throwing the dress into the air. It's not just having the right kind of flash intensity or the right kind of aperture or shutter speed. You're looking for that emotion. So those are the challenges that I do believe that a lot of photographers out there have. It's finding the right moment. Also, it's finding the right spot. And sometimes I've noticed, sometimes the best shots that you can take are the ones that are total accident.
That's right.
Yeah, diba? Those are really the great shots. When you look into your camera or you look at it on your laptop or your phone, like, how did I take that? I wasn't aiming for that. I wasn't composing that shot. This is beautiful. And that's what, well, kasi I've encountered individuals who are skeptical about photography as an art. Kasi when they say, that's not art, you take a picture, you just put something in the frame, and you do a lot of things on the computer or your phone and make it look nice, and you call it art. That's not art. And that's what they don't understand. They always say, it's the camera, it's the lens, it's the tripod, it's the best kind of flash. But they don't understand that in order for you to swing that sword correctly and hit what you need to hit, you got to be really good at what you do.
That's true.
Diba? I can give you a $14,000 Hasselblad, and you've probably taken shots for 3 months. If it's not in you, you'll never get a good shot. You never will. Diba? So, like William, he found out, oh my goodness, I'm really good at this. I never thought I was. Some people are built for it. Some people are born with it. Some people can get all the training in the world and nothing, unfortunately.
Yeah. Magandang take yan, And tanongin natin dun sa yung follow-up doon sa sinabi ni Jan, Siyempre, pagka kukuha ka ng shot, let's say pupunta ka ng Calgary, right? And it's winter season. Alam mo na ba kaagad yung result noong shot mo na yon? Or kinakabahan ka pa rin? Medyo skeptical ka pa rin? Ito lagi mo na ginagawa. So, ano ba yung feeling na, nako, baka mamaya, alam mo, meron ka pang naiisip
Yeah.
na, oo,
Yeah.
you're worried pa rin.
Siguro hindi mo mawawala yung yung excitement, minsan worried, pero medyo dahil equipped ka na with experience and with your skills, medyo you come prepared no matter what, I can create something epic out of this. Ang pinakamasarap na feeling pag nagla-landscape ka, yung you're driving, going to your location, and you see the sky forming this crazy lighting and just epic scenes. Parang napapatalon ka na eh. Kahit na matikita nga sa overspeed, sa speeding, makulan mo lang, di mo lang mapalagpas. Yun yung mga parang priceless moment eh. Parang tapos pagbaba mo ng tripod mo, habang nagdadrive, ganito na gagawin ko, setup na ako, ganito, ganyan. So, sobrang sarap ng ganun.
Yeah, sabi niya, parang money shot. You got the money shot.
Oh, yeah, the money shot.
Yeah. Parang parang photographer ka kasi hindi ka uuwi hanggat wala kang money shot eh. Unless talagang storm na hindi na safe. Pero parang as a photographer, as an artist, I'm not gonna go home until I get my epic shot. Parang ganun. Yeah.
Sabi ni Francis, sabi niya, I love early morning or sunset daw. I always wanted to do early morning peak of light. But it is hard to wake up. Ayun, mauuwi na naman yun dun sa sinabi mo na talaga kailangan mo nang gumising ng maaga, right?
Yeah. And sinabi na ni Francis kagad yung it's hard to wake up. So parang naunahan na siya ng konting pessimism na mahirapan siya gumising. Para dapat nakaset ka na, gigising ka ng gantong oras, no matter what, gigising ka kasi you wanna get that epic shot. Parang ganun.
Yan. Sabi niya, photography daw talaga is art and science yan. Di ba?
Right.
William, I have a question here coming from a good friend of mine. He wants to remain anonymous. But anyways, the question is, do you have a specific brand of camera that you prefer over others? I understand that it's not the bow and arrow, but does it really make a difference?
Yes, alam mo, personal preference yan. So I wouldn't say there's one brand that would be better than the other one because at the end of the day, it's the one behind the camera that, will make sure that you get that epic shot. Pero coming from myself, my experience, I started actually with Nikon. And then I got into landscape and I got a little bit frustrated because my colors isn't that right. Lalo na nung mga panahon na yun, hindi pa ganun ka-advance yung colors ng Nikon. So, and then I met Canon users. So I said, how come the colors are way better? And then I attended a workshop, and the color science of Canon is much better for landscape. So I moved into Canon. And since then, I never went back. Kasi para sa akin, importante na kabisado ko yung camera ko, yung sistema ng camera ko. And cameras evolve, and ang gaganda na ng mga camera ngayon, no matter what camera you get, lahat, I can guarantee you, magaganda specs niya, basta medyo, lalo na kung medyo high-end bibilin mo. Pero, personally, I love Canon because, either for wedding portraits, and especially pag nagla-landscape ako, yung color ko, right from the screen of my camera, parang ang ganda na, yun na yung kulay na gusto ko talaga. At tsaka yung system, mabilis na ako eh. Actually, I got tempted to move to Fuji, to Sony. Pero I tried it, but it didn't work kasi, I have to, parang pag nagpalit ka ng camera, parang you start over again with your skill, even the way yung hawakan mo yung camera, lalo na pag mirrorless, di ba? Parang yung viewfinder, iba, and so on. So I said to myself, I stick with what I am comfortable and good at, and just, be the best of, myself. Pero for me, Canon, I prefer Canon because of its color, because I can see the histogram right in on my screen. Probably yun yung parang main point na nag-move ako kasi sa Canon, kikita mo na yung histogram kasi I base my exposure on histogram.
Okay.
Oo. So, sa night kasi hindi mo makikita yun unless lalo na dati, unless ipi-preview mo yung shot mo. Sa akin, matitimpla ko na through histogram.
So, William, is it advisable? Let's say new camera will come out. Is it advisable to keep upgrading?
It's the latest and the greatest.
Oh yeah, get the latest and the greatest.
The thing that you should get.
Is it going to make a difference?
Well, parang yan depende kung ano yung ginagawa mo. Katulad ako, I shoot weddings and portraits. And I travel a lot. I recently, maybe about a year and a half, I did the big move of moving from DSLR to mirrorless, which is still Canon, which is my EOS R. Pero I didn't do it na parang bigla. Nag-try muna ako ng isang mirrorless na Canon pa din at saka isang DSLR. Nung alam kong komportable na ako dito at lahat ng na-achieve ko sa DSLR ko, na-achieve ko dito, that's when I moved. But kasi ako, it's a different story kasi I earn from it. It's my second job. So, buying gears that would help me be my best and get the shots that I get. Lalo na with sharp lens and fast lens. It's very important sa wedding kasi you don't have second chances, low lights, and so on. So malaking bagay sa akin yun. Pero kung hobbyist ka, you don't always have to buy, I think, the best gears right away. Parang kailangan mo i-prioritize saka pag-aralan and make the most muna kung ano yung meron ka.
Yeah.
Tapos pagka may spare ka at kaya mo naman, it's always nice to have a better gear, right?
And whatever yung kung saan ka komportable, kung ano yung gear na komportable kang gamitin, di ba? Kasi
I
parang
think at the end of the day, you can only answer that to yourself. Kasi kung alam mong kaya mo naman at you can justify the money that you're spending. Hindi ka pwedeng ma-judge ng iba. Si William, bumili na naman ng gamit. Si Bernie, bago na naman. Kung sa tingin mo yun na makakabuti sa'yo at kaya mo naman, then it's good, right?
Sabi ni Francis, sabi niya, the tool makes a difference definitely, but the brand kind of doesn't matter. It's just getting used to it, sabi niya. I am a Canon girl. Ayun, sabi niya. So pareho kayo, Canon. Oo.
Yeah. Kasi, kunwari, bukas ka na aalis, papuntang Iceland, bibili ka ng Sony ngayon, matagal ka ng Canon. Pagdating mo sa scene, mangangapa ka kasi hindi mo alam yung mga buttons mo and so on. And you'll miss, I guarantee you 90% you'll miss your shot.
So you have to be familiar. You familiarize yourself with the gear for sure.
Yeah. For example, ako, I can change my settings without looking at my, my camera itself. Kasi kabisado mo na yun, di ba?
Yan. Nako, mga kaibigan, maganda yung pinag-uusapan natin, William. And we have one more dito na ipapakita. Ito naman, shot of downtown Vancouver. Ito, John and William. Yan.
Yun.
Wide aspect ratio, ginawa mo?
Yeah, it's a panoramic shot. It's a combination of 3 shots yan in-stitch together.
Okay.
Yeah. Kasi para you get all the details then para mataas yung resolution. Ayun. Pero this is my most sold photograph actually. I've sold a lot of this recently. Kasi yung lighting ko dito, ang ganda rin. It's perfect timing. May konting alpenglow, ganda ng clouds, it's a sunset. So,
parang na-tsempuhan mo lang din o talagang inabangan mo yan?
Hindi, may konting advantage ako, Bernie. I work at the hospital, right?
Oh,
and, may, this is our view in one of our floors. So, sometimes I bring my camera and if it happens na maganda, nakakasnap ako ng konti. That's a little advantage that I have. Yeah.
Maganda, Kaya nga, yun nga yung if you're passionate about what you do, at the same time, na kumikita ka rin. Parang sideline, ika nga. At it's a rewarding feeling din na people get to appreciate yung gawa mo. Di ba?
Oo. Actually, yung pagbebenta ko nga pati, it was suggested by people eh. Oh, William, I love your work. Hindi mo ba bibenta yan? Can I buy a copy of that? Kasi I earn in weddings and portraits. So yung landscape, hindi ko masyadong iniisip na gawin business yun. Pero I said, why not, right? Kasi I put a lot of time and work and money into it, traveling, etc., etc. So, at saka ang sarap, so rewarding, alam mo, Bern and John, na makita mo yung trabaho mo na printed.
Yeah,
Probably, it completes a photograph para sa akin. Pag nakita mong print, lalo na nasa bahay ng ibang tao, wow, parang ang sarap lang ng feeling na nakatulong.
Nakasabit, di ba?
Nasa
living room pa.
Oo, di ba?
Ayun.
Yeah.
Sabi ni Francis, multiple exposures daw ba yung kaninang shot, yung sa downtown Vancouver? Or...
No, one shot lang yon. Ano lang yon, 3 shots na pinag-stitch pero it's just one exposure.
Oh, wow.
Isa lang. So, hindi yun HDR, hindi yun focus stacking, it's just one shot.
One shot? Wow. Ito naman, itong next photo natin, what can you say about this? And where was this taken?
Wow. Oh, this was taken in Antelope Canyon in Page, Arizona. Is parang kuweba, pero it's a kuweba, it's rock formation. Na na-build during yung mga pag nagbabaha, flooding kasi parang medyo parang desert ang di ba, ang Arizona. So, and it's a tourist spot, sobrang daming tao diyan. So you won't get that shot unless you get a photography tour. You have to pay to get in on the photography tour. So,
ano yan? May ilaw talagang pumapasok dyan?
Yeah, kasi may mga butas sa taas yan. Yung parang opening ng rock sa loob, sa taas. Doon pumapasok yung ilaw. So, natural talaga yung ilaw.
Oh, wow.
Ayan.
Is that flowing sand?
Ha?
Is that flowing sand?
It's a flowing sand.
Wow.
So, usually, by nature, may nagpo-flow talaga yan pagka pahatas na tuyo, magpo-flow siya. Pero during a tour, kasi puro sand dyan nasa baba, ihahagis ng mga tour guide doon yung buhangin. Tapos mag-long exposure ka ngayon para makuha mo. No? Pero hindi siya continuous flowing na ganyan na akala mo nagpo-flow. So, isa nila na sand para mag-flow.
Okay.
So, ang galing, So, talaga yung tour guide, alam nila na that's a great spot for photos.
Yeah, alam na nila. Tsaka yung tour guide doon, mga native, Navajo tours, mga mga local Indians doon na they own the land. So, sila lang ang pwedeng magpa-tour doon. Tsaka ngayon, bawal na, in-stop na nila yung tours doon. So, I'm lucky na nakapunta na ako doon 3 times. I got different kind of shots. So, yun. Tsaka timing din yun, Bern. Hindi mo makukuha yun ng ibang oras, tsaka ibang panahon. Kasi it has to be summer, na mataas yung araw, at it has to be between 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. Otherwise, yung sun wala na sa taas, wala nang papasok na ilaw.
So it will be totally dark inside pagka...
Diba? Tsaka walang streaking, walang parang parang light beams, hindi mo makikita yung mga pumapasok na
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, nako. It's been amazing, man. Experience na makasama ka namin dito. And John, meron ka ba mga questions dyan for... So ito, sige.
I actually have 10,000 questions, but I think I'll talk to William offline.
Oh, no worries. Ito, sabi rin ni
John, invite ko pala kayo, birthday ng anak ko mamaya na. Yung
Uy, happy birthday.
Middle.
Nice.
9 years old.
It's a celebration.
Oo.
Nako.
Punta kayo dito.
Oo naman. Maganda yan. Masayang event yan. Pero syempre, puro family lang muna kasi di ba? Yung mga magda-drive-by siguro, pwede.
Pwede na distancing content. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for that. And ito pala, before we say goodbye, ipapakita natin later on yung sample ng mga iba mo pang ginagawa. Pero ito, what would be your best advice dun sa mga nagsisimula pa lang sa photography? Not in terms of general ba? Hindi lang yung sa landscape, sa wedding. So,
Yeah. Sa akin, just if you felt that you like photography, give it a shot. Take your time. And para sa akin, alam mo, general rule ko lang, always do things in good faith. Parang and then parang always try to be the best of yourself. Parang ako kasi parang sa akin, ayoko maging normal na typical na photographer lang. I wanna be a world-class photographer, Filipino photographer. Kasi when I go on a shoot, parang for example sa wedding, kahit naman ba nagkasama na tayo, di ba? Hindi ako aalis dyan hanggang di ko nakuha yung money shot ko na kakaiba from my past wedding.
yeah.
Parang lagi kong sinasabi ko sa sarili ko, I wanna be better than myself yesterday.
Yeah.
I wanna get a better shot than what I did yesterday. Kasi alam kong artist ka lang pag ganon. Kasi pag especially weddings, you do it repetitively, same scene, same things that you do. Parang pagka trabaho lang sa yun, parang sige lang, makulang ko lang lahat ng mama shot lang kailangan, okay na. Pero pag artist ka talaga, you wanna get something epic. So, always try to be the best, study your shots, and always be a better version of yourself than yesterday. And just yung proper mindset, bro, para sa akin, sa ating mga, hindi lang bilang Pilipino, sa ating lahat na, dapat yung mindset mo is for yourself to, yung magandang intention ng ginagawa mo. As I said, do things in good faith. Walang crab mentality, walang anumang ibang dahilan, but just because you love what you do. Diba?
Wala kang nasasagasang ibang tao. And sabi mo nga kanina, you're competing with yourself. Diba?
Yeah. Yun
Kasi,
yung the best.
Oo. Kasi nafe-feel ko din yun eh. Siyempre, magkasama tayo dati, di ba? When I film naman, ikaw photo, yung parang you want to be the best yung version mo ngayon than what you did in the past, right? Gusto mo laging top, kumbaga, angatan mo, di ba?
Yeah. Pero when we see someone achieving something, we have to be happy for them. Kunwari, sa wedding natin, Bernie got his shot kasi pinagbigyan kita o gawin mo to, Bern. Uy, ganda ng shot niya, mas maganda doon sa akin. You have to be happy for them kasi pinaghirapan niya yun. Kasi lahat naman tayo, isa lang yung intention to get a good shot or to be successful in what we do, right?
Nice.
So when someone gets ahead of you or did a better job, you have to be happy and you just have to be inspired and to learn from that. Uy, gagalingan ko. Kasi para makakuha rin ako ng magandang shot. Diba? Parang ganun. Ang sarap ng ganun pagka ganun tayong lahat, diba?
Yan. Awesome nga. Kasi nga, syempre, na-inspire ka sa iba eh. Na nakakahawa. Diba? Oo. Ayun, sabi niya sabi pa ni Francis, yun nga yung kaninang shot, yun sa cave. Sabi niya, critical daw talaga yung lighting doon and without it, wala. Parang dull, yung walang kulay. And thanks daw William. Sabi niya, awesome episode. So thank you Francis for for commenting and for participating.
Ask me as a friend, Francis, so we can
Yeah. Daw exchange ng mga contacts kasi siya mahilig din siya sa photography.
That's good.
Yan, kaya marami tayo talagang na-inspire. And ayan, before we go at bago natin alamin yung mga ginagawa ni William para imbitahan mo sila later. Ito muna, I will show you a glimpse of yung mga gawa ni William. About mga 2 minutes, okay? So here we go right now. William's work right here on TLC. Man, amazing stuff, bro.
Thanks,
Awesome,
bro.
awesome.
Beautiful.
Amazing work, man. So yeah, naku, ano ba? I'm speechless. Sige, invite mo sila dun sa mga projects mo at yeah, you can also invite them na if they want to order yung mga photographs mo. Sige, go ahead, William.
So, you guys can check out my work sa Facebook page ko and sa personal na Facebook ko rin. I'm very active in Facebook and Instagram. You can add me, William Orsua, and yung page ko naman for my wedding and portrait is called Soulmate. Parang Soulmate Productions with an S at the end. And my website is www.soulmateproductions.ca. So I do a lot of weddings, portraits. Now I got into commercial work during this COVID. So kasi share ko pala sa ospital, they won't allow external photographers, commercial photographers to come in. Since I'm a staff at the BGA and I, blessing in disguise, I donated 2 of my landscape to the hospital and they knew that I'm a photographer. So they offered me a job to capture the COVID shots. Yung isa sa shot nung kanina sa hospital yan during this COVID. So behind the scenes, and now I am one of their official photographers to do their portraits and some commercial work. So blessing in disguise thing. So if anyone needs a photographer, especially wedding and portraits from Vancouver or even destination worldwide, I do that. And then my art, my landscape, they're all posted. I have an album sa Facebook ko, William Orsua. And you can check out my work and I sell prints, lalo na canvas. And if you're overseas, I can send it to you. And so, yun lang. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, William.
Thank you, man. So any more, John, any more, may question ko ba before we go?
Oh, as I've said, I'll talk to him offline.
Sige. Nako,
It's gonna take too long.
maraming salamat once again, William, for showing us yung work mo. Nakikita namin na yung passion mo talaga contagious yan. Kaya di ba?
Yeah.
Kaya marami ka na-inspire na tao. Kaya congratulations sa mga accomplishments mo. And syempre, more power.
Bro. Thank you.
And of course, thank you sa aking kaibigan to si John Derrickson for co-hosting the show.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
Sa uulitin, ha?
Oh, yeah, sure, brother.
Siyempre, thank you din sa mga kaibigan natin, especially nga dun sa mga nag-comment kanina. Special mention kila Rod Francisco, kay Oliver Reyes, also known as Monsur Betero, and kay Francis or Jennifer. Ayan, maraming salamat po. Hanggang sa muli mga kaibigan, napakang sayang episode ito, all about photography. Yeah, with William nga and John. So this has been David Hart. Magkita-kita po tayo next time. Goodbye for now.